Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a participant from the playoffs last year, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hand off from the shotgun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Let's think a second about Arizona State. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about the defense setting the tone in this game? First drive, first mistake made for the offense. Nice job forcing the INT. And how about this? They had 3 last week. They're looking to get 3 again this week.
This offense has it with really good field position. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Shakes off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Avery. Makes the grab. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Bears line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to throw, it's Avery. Firing toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. It's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. We have got to do a better job with ball security.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple of weeks.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Dropping back, it's Avery. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
He's got him in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Quarterback making adjustments. On third down, he drops to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Marches ahead, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Casey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Whitaker. Turning it on. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him. This guy is a great running back.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football. You know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Cal. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Avery. Grabbed over the middle, it's Cook. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Crosses the 40. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. Soft spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. The give on the inside. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Casey. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Guys, when you think about Arizona State and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out of it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Avery. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Bears want to move quickly.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Listen, sometimes these quarterbacks, they get locked in on who they want to throw to. I didn't think he was open there. Nice job by the defender, breaking on the football, batting the ball down, making sure that receiver can't make a play.
After the misfire, it's third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes a connection. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on third down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were first and second down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive to at least give them a chance to have some success.
He did not hesitate, going for it on fourth and short from the 49. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Forced out of the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Ramsey. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He's got him. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback.
Oh, man, that DB, if he knew where he was out on the field just a little bit better and knew how to get that foot down inbounds, that would have been a pick. Obviously, a clean catch, but he's got to get 1 foot inbounds.
Converts on fourth down, still going. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that fourth down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus, forget that one, let's do it again.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Running into the open space. Turning it on. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going to the running game. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Avery. Grab near the marker, it's Cook. Breaks into the open. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sun Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the middle. Can't hang on. It's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be 3rd down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery, and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Avery. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Making side adjustments here. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man to the left. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Bears will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Handoff to the lone back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
To the air, it's Avery. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target. And as a result, that ball's incomplete.
The Bears come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Snap from the gun on third down. Right down the middle. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They leave the offense on the field on this fourth and short from the 40. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. They punted away from... Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Arizona State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Nebraska. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Looking to throw, it's Avery. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Intercepted by Arizona State. And they'll take over.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Sun Devils come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to run for it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get his sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he had just enough leg to somehow will that thing over the crossbar and in the right corner. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He might want another play. They'll go to the toss. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play. And you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
It's so difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
To the air, it's Avery. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Listen, you can't make every play, you can't cover everybody, but it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. This time it's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Bears are on the move. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the seam on the back. Touchdown Bears! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Bringing it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're in a precarious spot here. Turning it on! They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The short hands, it's Whitaker. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
He wants to change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Scanning the field, it's Avery. Fires left. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. He's looking to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that team.
The offense coughs it up. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Western Kentucky has put on a majestic performance today, jumping out to an early lead and building on it from there. And now we have ourselves a blowout. They're up by 18 over Louisiana Tech. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Looking left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious, they're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Still looking on the move. Got his man downfield.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Going deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays.
He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Just over a minute and a half to play as they line up for the onside kick in what is likely their last gasp in this game. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Avery. A little too much on that one, just. His reach. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Going downfield for the big play. Snags it. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And a chance, perhaps, to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. He's got the tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Bears! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Plucks it out of the air. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Got his man quickly. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. How much fun was that?